Hey, how's it going, guys? My visual art and design students 1 and 2. Uh, Happy New Year! If I didn't get a chance in class to say it to you, I was trying to do everybody individually, but when it's all a group, but it's hard, And God, I missed, just like you guys, I missed the classroom. I really do. And getting a good haircut. This is bad. This is what happens to my hair when it gets too long. It gets kind of weird. Survived day one. If you're not in Monday, Tuesday, yes, you'll see me with the tie, but it's after 3 o'clock, and I don't like to wear ties. Although my dad used to wear suits all the time, even when he retired. So, anyways, we're talking about the assignment. So, I'm teaching you guys how to do a logo or a monogram. Now, years ago I tried to do a monogram with my. I do have a family monogram, which is digitally now. The stamp, it's almost like a coat of arms. There's a coronet on top because of my ranking in the old day. But we don't have the land anymore, and we don't have the prestige. So, anyways, it's a monogram with my letters and actually a little bit of my family crest in there. But it's basically FGNS. FGNS. What else? I believe. Yeah, F repeats a couple of times, not just because of my first name, but my grandmother's last name, which we inherited. It got attached. That's our last name. We still kept part of my patrilineal line, but grandma's had the bucks, basically. Anyway, so I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. Now, if you were in class, we did this. You guys can see this. Basically, we do 5 rough drafts, and out of the 5 ones, we pick the one we like. And then we draw it here in pencil, so we can press on an eraser. Any old eraser you might have at home will be perfect for you to make your seal stamp. Some students have done this before. So, so this is your assignment. This is what it's supposed to look like for Monday and Tuesday, phase 1. All I need is the drawing portion. I'm going to try to do phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. The reason is it's really an easy assignment. In my opinion, you guys can get this done real quick and easy. So I'm gonna, you know what? Let's put this downstairs. Hello, music. I'm playing. I'm a big Orson Welles fan, and so I'm gonna put the camera down. You guys can see what I'm doing. So basically, you want to start with letters in your name. You can also use your initials. So if I could use FGN, these are my initials actually. My official, I go by Mr. Navas by you guys, but I go by. Some people just refer to me as Santa Cruz. So you're going to need 2 things. I'm going to say, first of all, for the whole project, a pencil or a couple of old pencils. What did I do with my stencil knife? Mr. Navas. Or if you don't have a stencil knife, you can use, I used to do this. I was talking to some of you guys. Oh, here's a stencil knife. Or you can use a pocket knife. I used to do them, believe it or not, I used to do my stamps. I used to do different types of stamps. These are some old ones I had. These are these are older than probably some of your parents. I used to do them back when I used to get bored at school. I just kept them. And Mrs. Brown did the same thing. And it's how we do printing, believe it or not. The Chinese did it with stone. Europeans, believe it or not, they got laid into it, but they grabbed a wine press. And during the Renaissance, I found the Bible, I forgot what's his name, the German guy, I just lost his name. The guy who created the printing press in Europe, in the West. The reason I'm saying that is because the Chinese were printing way 1,000 years before the Western Europeans. The Europeans would do it by hand, but using the print a wine press, Gutenberg, the German, he said, "Hey, I can create printing press." And his neighbor was the grandfather of Albert Durr. He's in my opinion, he's the 4th Ninja Turtle out of the 4 Renaissance guys. He was a German guy, and he's the one who learned, if I can do my paintings and drawings, and then make copies by printing press, he made more money. He's the only one who was self-employed. So again, tools. We're going to need Definitely pencils. Number 2, make sure they're number 2 pencils. Okay. An old eraser that you probably threw away, you don't like. This is going to be, imagine that's your printing plate, your stamp. And let's start working. So my name is actually, I'm using capital letters. So you need 5. You can also use your monogram, your initials. So if you have a first name, a middle name, and last name, you can use those 3 letters. And you've seen those videos. So I started off with F. That's my emphasis, the F. Maybe I'll do an R. Here we go. Can you guys see that? This is let's say number 1. And there's my A. Okay, so I only use 3. I'm going to try with using all 3 or 4, 5 of them. Another step. So I'm going to try the same model. This is just a rough draft. And where am I going to stick my N? So this looks like an N. So I can go this way too. And for the C, hey, actually this ain't bad. But I kind of like this one. I don't know, it just keeps it simple. I don't know why I didn't think of it. So it's still like an N, but upside down. Or I could have done the C here. Well, you know what? Leave it like that. This is kind of a reject. So I'm going to go with my 3rd. So you have to do 5 of these. So I'm going to go with this. Maybe I should go with F this way. Do my A. Ooh, that kind of looks kind of cool in a way. Actually, I'm getting much better. So this ain't bad, actually. They're getting better right now. Oh, boy. Let's go with the 4th one. So let's see if I want to do it on the side. Yeah. That's the problem with me. I'm not a morning person. I can turn this into the A here. There we go. I don't like that one. That's kind of ugly. If I go the other way, and if I use this model, so this is not your perfect version. So go with my A here. This could be my N. Then F, R, A, N, C. Actually, that's not too bad. It's kind of weird. So which one you like, I want you guys to think which. Then you want to replicate it. So I'm going to replicate it right here. I kind of like this. This could later on, if I want to get really detailed, I can turn it into a crescent moon. So now this is the assignment for Monday and Tuesday, which is due on Thursday. So now what I'm going to do is grab my eraser. I'm going to find the side that looks really good. This is pretty strong. It's already cracking, so think of it like, now we cannot use, I wish we could use the pebbles, except it will take you a long time to carve them out, chisel them out. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do is, let's see. So I'm going to go with this design. I like this one better. I'm going to circle that one and let Mr. Navas know that's the one I chose. So I'm going to replicate it right now, but make it look nicer. And you can look at all the different types of letters you use. There we go. So I'm using a number 2 pencil. You guys call it the lead. It's really not lead, it's graphite. Okay. Before that, everybody used charcoal. Charcoal was, so I'm going to use this. There we go. Oh, you know what? I decided to make this longer. I just decided of a cooler way to design this. So F. Okay. F-R-A-N. This is an A too. In fact, I got an R here. I can use this. So I made my design. Let me make these lines a little bit thick. Let me fix this. Okay, now I grab my eraser. Press really hard. I gotta be careful because this eraser is cracking. It's cracking already. Oh my god, I just hope I get a negative. I should. No, I'm gonna use another eraser. No, it didn't work. It's already in the bad condition. I should have cleansed this a little bit, but if I do it on this one. There we go. It'll go. Okay. So now we're on phase 2. You get this one I did get. I'm gonna press hard on it. On this one. I'm gonna use an eraser to clean it out too. I had sandpaper, but I don't have it anymore. So, okay, so now we got my negative. So since I got my negative, tráeme la carta. So I am gonna create the negative. No. So I'm gonna do the negative right here with a Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, it's okay. Make it nice. There we go. So I'm doing the opposite. I'm following the ghost line. Way too. You can imagine. There we go. So now I'm going to use this sample instead. So now you have I used the ballpoint ink pen. Can you guys see that? That's my negative compared to the original. Let me show you the original. So I picked this one for the original. See that? What I did is I pressed really hard on it, got the negative, and here it is. And then I use a ballpoint pen. Since I imagine a lot of you guys don't have a Sharpie, it doesn't matter if it's blue or black. And then I'm going to show you how to cut. When you cut, you're going to cut diagonally. Okay, like a V. And be very careful. Try to use, don't go very long. I'm going to stop here. Here, I'm going to go again, but I'm going to go as a V. Think of yourself like a surgeon. Okay. I'm going to press down here this way. And you're going to press down here. You move that up, voila. Oh, okay. I'm going to actually might have to come down all the way out here for this curve. I'm going to stop. And I'm going to use this line for the curve. Okay. Maybe I should get rid of some of this. Now, you can go the other way. It's much harder to do it the other way. This is your first time you guys are doing a printing plate. We're doing Chinese method. In which basically the ink sticks, the letter looks blank. There we go. Very carefully. I should be taking more breaks. So now, I should have gone wider. And I am going, whoops. I made this line way too thick, but it's okay. Press down on this. Whoops. Should have gone more V-like. Think of V as in Vendetta at the tip. And cut it over here. You can use a pocket knife. Make sure you're just using the tip. Also, do me a favor, guys. If you're doing this at home, make sure mom and dad are around you. Be very careful. Go smooth. Always go against you. And I would advise, please don't do it in front of your little brothers and little sisters. We don't want them to, hey, I can do it. I'm better at this than you are. Yeah, don't want to do that. I had a little sister. She was like that. A little pest. No, she's a nurse, but you she was very accident prone. Okay, so there you guys go. I'm not saying older siblings were more careful, but we actually watch our parents and we sometimes listen to them more than they do. And we're the ones who get hurt the first, and we learn from our mistakes. But if you're a younger sibling, you know what I'm talking about. You know, whoops, I messed up a little bit. Let's see if I can fix it. So, and don't worry if it doesn't come out as perfect. It's your first try. So, some of you guys might be good at this. Some of you guys are better at drawing or painting. You guys see that? Okay, now you have to think like a surgeon. This is scary. Okay, so I'm going to go this way. And you want to think about giving it more room. Because the center, we forgot to do the center line. I want to really deep into this one. So printing is not the same as drawing. It's a different art medium, believe it or not. Whoops. Let me pick this up. Whoops. Okay, it's okay to start with small ones. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. I just want to leave that little piece there. There. And like I said, we don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to do just the middle leg here. One at a time. Whoops. Left it up. There we go. See that? It's all that pink stuff in there. Okay. Okay, so now should this is why I'm seeing this. I didn't pull that out. Sometimes you have to use like a brush. I'm going to go a little bit further here with this line because I'm going to need more space. Whoa, cut too much. That side. That's okay. I think I was done with that side anyways. There we go. So I'm done with that. See that? So it has its 3 legs. I've got my F. It looks almost like a 7. But I'm going to go this way. I felt the cut again. Very careful. So I'm doing this side. You have to figure out which side's going to... Okay, that kind of works. That kind of works. This kind of somewhat works. So, sorry about that. Again, go very slow. My question is, how am I going to do the center one? Very careful. Think like a plastic surgeon. So, go in there. I'm having problems because this eraser's old, but it's very soft. There we go. Oops. And I don't want to take too much from the sides. So it's like, think of it like I got to cut out a nose hair. Kind of gross, I know. I don't want to pull the skin, just the booger in the hair. I'm sorry. I have to make the sophomoric joke. But, oh my god, I think I'm done. Now I'm just picking at it. Just want to get rid of it. Because I made it so skinny that it just doesn't want to come out. And I don't want to cut the other side. And we're creating our logo. Okay, you know what? It's going to have whatever happens, it is what it is. And I think I'm done. Now, here's another thing you can do. If you have crazy, Gorilla Glue or Crazy Glue, the clear one. Don't use the dark one. But Gorilla Glue or Crazy Glue, much better, from the 99-cent store. My favorite store for art supplies, believe it or not, sometimes. Sometimes they don't. And I'm actually tracing the letter. Very careful. Never did do what I did. That was a big no-no. Could have cut my fingers, but I went very slow. I'm cleaning out the canals. And I think I have my seal now. So I'm going to grab some ink here. I have some water. This is called an ink stone. I'm not very... don't appreciate them that much. It takes a heart to make the ink. I'm going to... oh my god, I hate getting ink on paper. There we go. That's a lot. That's why I don't like it. It's messy. So now I have to let this dry. I'll get some tissue. Give me a second. So now I'm gonna use this just a little excess to get rid of the excess water. It's this art 1 or art 2? No, it's art 1. Okay, good. Well, it still doesn't. Get rid of the excess. Now I'm gonna this is the first dry. Don't worry about it. Just trying to get ink. And I hope it works. If not, it's my fault. So I put it in here. You guys gonna see. So this is the last phase. Phase 2, we cut this. Phase 3, we just put it in, and there we go. We got our stamp. There you guys go. This is the second part, phase 2 and 3. We got our seal. Okay, it's the first try. Came out actually, oops, there's a little dot for my A. That's okay, I can still fix it and do it again. But that's it, guys. We got our seal. It actually looks more like a shield, too. So that's it, guys. That's all we're doing for this week. So after you do your 5 samples, pick the one you like. Then, okay, you don't need to see me. Do the, where we press down out of, make sure it's number 2 pencil, graphite, or you guys call it lead, but it's really graphite. And then cut it out from the eraser. You get the negative, you cut it out, you stamp it, and you get your seal. And that's it, guys. That's our assignment for this week. I might give you the weekend to work on. I'm thinking about it. Just talk to me on Thursday and Friday if I change my mind. But I think you guys can get this done by Friday. Okay? It's this easy, guys. Just find an old eraser. And, you know, like I said, I've been doing... you can do a lot of these. They're really fun, actually. There you go. Whoops. So my ink dried up. If you don't have an ink pad, here's what you do. Grab some food coloring on a piece of tissue, moist it, and you got your ink pad. Food coloring, even ink. Wet the ink with a little bit of water into a piece of roll-up toilet paper, tissue paper, and then just use it as a stamp. You don't have to use ink, okay, guys? That's it. All these art projects I'm thinking of is I'm thinking everything you guys can use from home, what you have around the house, okay? Again, no new erasers. Use any old erasers to do it. Okay, guys? And that's it. Happy New Year. It's tough, I know. I hope you guys are all safe and healthy, and everybody in your family are safe and healthy. And it's scary, I know. No, it's not a toupee. It really is my hair. My hair's thinning out, and it got curly hair. So it just pathetic. Okay, anyways. Talk to you guys in class.